Next question. We believe that God gives us mercy. Believe is V1 and V1 will not come in the passive voice. V1 and V2 never appear in the passive voice. So subject plus V1 is simple present. So this sentence is in the active voice, simple present tense. In the passive voice also it must be simple present. And the structure of simple present in the passive voice is yes, ROM plus V3. Yes, ROM plus V3 is the structure of simple present in the passive voice. So option that we go for as the answer must be in this structure, yes, ROM plus V3. Based on that, option A is eliminated. A says was, past tense. B is eliminated. B says been. Been comes only in the perfect tense in the passive voice, eliminated. Now we have two options left, C and D. Come to C. Yet is believed that God gives us misery. Yes believed is plus V3 and is plus V3 is simple present passive voice. Leave it there. Come to option D. It is a belief that God gives us misery. There's no V3 in sentence D. In option D there is no V3 here, eliminated. That's one reason. One more reason. A belief in the sense, the word belief becomes a noun here because of the article a. So a belief in the sense, a and the are used with nouns. So a belief means the word belief becomes a noun. Come to question. We believe. Believe is a verb here. We cannot change the part of speech. The meaning should remain the same. Based on that Delhi is eliminated. The answer must be option C. Come to the next one. The burglar destroyed several items in the room. Even the carpet has been torn. Now we have two sentences given in the question. Leave the second one. Come to the first one. The burglar destroyed several items in the room. The burglar is a subject here, plus destroyed is V2, subject plus V2 is simple past, active voice. In the passive voice also it must be simple past, and simple past in the passive voice is was so verb plus V3. Was so verb plus V3 is simple past in the passive voice. Based on that, come to option A. Several items destroyed in the room by the burglar. Was so word is not there. Option A is eliminated. Come to option B. Several items in the room were destroyed by the burglar. Were destroyed is verb plus V3, simple past. Leave it there. Come to C. Including the carpet, several items in this room have been torn by the burglar. Was so verb plus V3 is not there in C. Option C is gone. Come to Delhi. The burglar being destroyed several items in the room, also carpet has torn, completely wrong, it's a blunder. Then being is there, being comes only in the continuous tense in the passive voice, eliminated. The answer must be option B. Now we have one more sentence given in the question. Come to the statement. Even the carpet has been torn. Has been torn is has plus been plus V3. Tear is V1, toe is V2, torn is V3. It's tear, toe, torn. Has plus been plus V3 is present perfect in the passive voice. So when you convert a statement, it must be in the active voice. It must also be in the present perfect tense. And present perfect in the active voices has or have plus V3. So has or have plus V3 is present perfect in the active voice. Now we have only one option left. Option B. Come to option B, the second part. He has torn even the carpet. He has torn is has plus V3 and has plus V3 is present perfect in the active voice. The answer must be option B. Come to the next one. Prepare yourself for the worst. Prepare yourself means you prepare yourself. The subject you is understood here. There's no need for me to look at you and say you prepare yourself for the worst. I can just say prepare yourself for the worst. The subject you is understood here. Come to B. You be prepared for the worst. Completely fine. Leave it. Come to Bombay. The worst should be prepared by yourself. Completely wrong. So option B is eliminated. Come to C. Be prepared for the worst. Be prepared means you be prepared. You, the pronoun you is understood here. Be prepared for the worst must be considered. Come to Delhi. For the worst, preparation should be made by you. It's a blunder, complete different meaning, eliminated. One more reason. Preparation is an ION word, noun. And we have discussed how to identify noun assonance. To identify noun assonance, we just need to ask the question what. If we're getting the answer to the question what, that becomes a noun assonance. What should be made by you? The answer is preparation. Preparation should be made by you. So what should be made by you? The answer is preparation. We're getting the answer to the question what as preparation. So preparation becomes a noun here. Come to the question. You prepare. Prepare yourself for the worst. Prepare is a verb here. We cannot change the part of speech. The meaning must remain the same. Eliminated. Now we have two options left, A and C. The question says, prepare yourself for the worst. The pronoun you is understood here. A says, you be prepared for the worst. Completely fine. C says, be prepared for the worst. The pronoun you is understood here. Completely fine. In the question, if the pronoun you is understood, in the answer also the pronoun you will be understood. So when you compare A and C, the better option here must be C. So A is eliminated. A is in fact correct. But as we have two correct options here, our task is to go for the better option. In the question, the pronoun you is understood. So in the answer also the pronoun you will be understood. So the option must be C. Be prepared for the worst. Come to the next one. Please shut the door and go to sleep. Undoubtedly, this is a request. Because request in the sense, please will be there. Please shut the door means you please shut the door. The subject you, the pronoun you is understood here. And a request in the passive voice must be in the structure. You are requested plus infinitive. Every request in the passive voice must be in the structure. You are requested plus infinitive. And request, order, advice, all these are imperative sentences. Every imperative sentence in the passive voice must be in the infinitive form. Based on that, option B is eliminated because there's no infinitive in option B. Undoubtedly, I can eliminate three options because every request must be in this structure. So the answer must be option C. Among the four given options, the only option that is in the correct structure is option C. Come to C. You are requested to shut the door and go to sleep. You are requested to shut is 2 plus V1 plural infinitive. So you are requested plus infinitive. The answer must be option C. The next one. We have decided to open a new branch. We have decided means we did the action. Subject comes at the beginning in the active voice. Have decided is have plus V3. And have plus V3 is present perfect in the active voice. So in the passive voice also it must be present perfect. And present perfect in the passive voices has so have plus been plus V3. Now I told you, in every perfect sentence in the passive voice, been must be there. Based on that, A is eliminated, been is not there. D is eliminated, been is not there. Now we have two options left, B and C. Come to Bombay. To be opened, a new branch has been decided. In fact, wrong. I'll tell you why. Come to C. It has been decided to open a new branch. Now I told you, every sentence in the passive voice begins with an object. Subject and objects can only be nouns or pronouns. Based on that, Bombay is eliminated. To be opened is a verb. And the answer must be C. It is a pronoun. It has been decided to open a new branch. Has been decided is has plus been plus V3, and has plus been plus V3 is present perfect in the passive voice. One cannot expect children to understand these problems. Cannot expect is cannot. Cannot expect is cannot plus V1 plural. Instead of can, it is cannot. Cannot plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, it becomes cannot plus B plus V3. So cannot expect changes to cannot be expected. Based on that, we cannot eliminate any option because all the options say cannot be expected. Come to option A. Children cannot be expected to understand these problems, must be considered. Leave. Come to Bombay. Children to understand these problems cannot be expected. The word order is wrong here. This statement is grammatically wrong. Eliminated. Children cannot be expected to be understand these problems. Understand is V1. There is no structure in English like 2 plus B plus V1. It is 2 plus B plus V3 or else 2 plus V1 plural. Grammatically wrong statement, eliminated. Come to Delhi. To understand these problems cannot be expected from children by 1. As I told you, a sentence in the passive voice begins with an object, and an object can only be a noun or a pronoun. Based on that, Delhi is eliminated. To understand is a verb, gone. The answer must be A. Children is a noun. Children cannot be expected to understand these problems, and cannot be expected is cannot plus B3. Correct structure. The answer must be A. The next one. Understand the meaning. He was refused admittance. He was refused admittance means he did the action or received the action? Received the action. Object comes at the beginning in the passive voice. That is passive voice. That is based on the meaning. Was refused is was plus V3. And was plus V3 is a structure of simple past in the passive voice. So this sentence is in the passive voice, simple past tense. In the active voice also it must be in the simple past tense. And the structure of simple past in the active voice is subject plus V2. So we want an option that is in this structure, subject plus V2. Based on that, option A is eliminated. A says refuse, V1, simple present. C is eliminated. C says have refused, present perfect, gone. Now we have two options left, B and D. Come to Bombay. The guards refused him for admittance, subject plus V2, simple past. Option D says the guards refused him admittance, subject plus V2, simple past. Now we have two options in the correct structure. Come to the question. He was refused admittance. B says the guards refused him for admittance. The preposition for is not being talked about in the question. Eliminated. The answer must be option D. The guards refused him admittance. They refused me for permission is wrong. They refused me permission. I refused him permission. They refused me admittance, etc. The answer must be option D. Come to next one. Promises should be kept. Should be kept is should plus B plus V3. And should plus B plus V3 is a structure that comes in the passive voice. So this statement is the passive voice. In the active voice, it becomes should plus V1 plural. So we want an option that is in this structure, should plus V1 plural. So should be kept changes to should keep. Based on that, A is eliminated. B is eliminated. B says we must keep their promise. We cannot keep their promise. They keep their promise. We keep our promise. C is eliminated. Should is not there. The answer must be option D. One should keep one's promises. Should keep is should plus V1 plural. This is a structure that we want. The answer must be option D. The next one. Circumstances forced him to resign his post. If you go by the structures, you can crack the questions on voice and speech very easily. In fact, you can save a lot of time while approaching questions on voice and speech, provided you know the structures by heart. We'll eliminate options based only on the structures. We'll think about the meaning when you come across more than one option. There is a correct structure. Circumstances forced him to resign his post. Circumstances subject here. Circumstances doing the action. Force is V2, subject plus V2 is simple past, active voice. And the structure of simple past in the passive voices was so verb plus V3. Based on that, A is eliminated. Was the word is not there, and the to make is V1. The tense in the category must remain the same, gone. C and D are eliminated because C and D say is present tense, gone. Only one option is left, option D. Come to Bombay. He was forced to resign his post. Was forced is was plus V3, and was plus V3 is simple past in the passive voice. The next one. I haven't read Three Musketeers. I haven't read. Haven't read is have plus V3. Instead of have, it is haven't. Have plus V3 is present perfect active voice. Passive voice structures has to have plus been plus V3. In every perfect sentence in the passive voice, been must be there. In all the options we have been. Come to option A. Three Musketeers have not been read by me. Have plus been plus V3. Now READ is V1, V2, V3. It's READ, READ, READ. V1 is pronounced as read. V2 is pronounced as read. V3 is also pronounced as read. It is read, read, read. So have not been read is have plus been plus V3, present perfect. Come to option B. Three Musketeers has been read by me. Question is, I haven't read Three Musketeers. Exactly opposite meaning. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. Three Musketeers has been not read by me. Now I told you this. Been and being go along with the main verb. Main verb means action. Been and being go along with the main verb. In option C, been is separated from the main verb. The main verb here is read. Been is separated from the main verb by not, so grammatically wrong, eliminated. Come to option D. Three Musketeers has not been read by me. There is nothing like read, eliminated. Now I say option A is also wrong. At the time of the examination, sometimes there will be many mistakes. Last year also you know that, the last time also you know, there were many mistakes. If there is any mistake, you can attempt the question, you will get the marks for it. We can challenge the question and get the marks. Now, if you take any booklet, the booklets for all competitive examinations, there will be many mistakes. Sometimes printing mistakes, right, happens. If you are in a position to say that a sentence is grammatically wrong, that means you are really good at the language, at the rules actually. Three Musketeers is a singular object actually. It's object here. I haven't read Three Musketeers. Subject is I, Three Musketeers becomes the object. Three Musketeers is the name of a single book. Three is starting with a capital T. Musketeers is starting with a capital M. It's the name of a single book. In the passive voice, the verb depends on the object. The object here is Three Musketeers, which is singular. The verb must also be singular. So it cannot be has, it cannot be have, it must be has. Three Musketeers has not been read by me. That is the correct sentence. Clear? Next one. Our mothers use tongs while making chapatis. Our mothers is the subject here. Use is V1. Subject plus V1 is simple present. It is not continuous actually. ING making is there, but it's not continuous because present continuous is ROM plus V1 plus ING. Past continuous is was over plus V1 plus ING. So this sentence is not in the continuous tense, it is in the simple present tense. Active voice, V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. It is not continuous tense. Based on that, option C is eliminated. C says being. Being comes only in the continuous tense. This is simple present tense. Active voice. Passive voice structure is ROM plus V3. Come to option A. Tongs are used by our mothers while making chapatis. Are uses R plus V3, simple present. B says tongs is used by mothers while making chapatis. Is uses is plus V3, simple present. Passive voice. In the passive voice, the verb depends on the object. Tongs, singular plural. You know what tongs are, right? We have two handles for it, like scissors, plural, two are there. Binoculars, plural, two are there. Shorts, plural, two are there. Trousers, plural, two are there. Spectacles, plural, two are there. Goggles, plural, two are there. Tongs, two are there. So object here is tongs, plural. The verb must also be plural. Based on that, Bombay is eliminated because B says is, singular, gone. Come to option B. Tongs are used by mothers while making chapatis. Use is V1. There is nothing like R plus V1. There's nothing like R plus V2. It's always R plus V3. And that's one reason. Simple reason. One more reason. We want the answer in the passive voice. V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. This is a grammatically wrong statement. Eliminated. The answer must be A. Tongs are used. R plus V3 simple present passive voice. Tongs are used by mothers while making chapatis. We should crack questions on voice and speech in no time. Have the car painted black. Understand the meaning. I'll read the options. Paint the car black. I have painted the car black. Get someone to paint the car black. Black has been painted by the car. Option D is anyway gone. Black has been painted by the car does not make any sense. Eliminate. Now I say, if the question is A, the answer must be paint the car black. We have done a similar question earlier. Have the car painted black. Now from this sentence, understand meaning. Have the car painted black means, are you asked to paint the car black? No. We have done a similar question earlier. You are not asked to paint the car black. You are asked to get someone to paint the car black. That's the meaning. So have the car painted black means, as I said, you are not asked to paint the car black. You are asked to get someone to paint the car black. So based on that, the answer must be option C, get someone to paint the car black. Come to A, paint the car black. You are not asked to paint the car black, gone. I have painted the car black, eliminated. The answer must be C, get someone to paint the car black. Who has stolen my binoculars? Question mark. Now question mark is missing in the options. It's a typo. It's a printing mistake. Who has stolen my binoculars? Who stands for the person that did the action. Subject comes the beginning in the active voice. Who has stolen my binoculars means binoculars. It's my binoculars. My binoculars receive the action. Object comes at the end in the active voice. That is based on the meaning. Has stolen is has plus V3. Steal is V1. Stole is V2. Stolen is V3. It's steal, stole, stolen. Has plus V3 is present perfect active voice. In the passive voice also it must be present perfect. And present perfect structure in the passive voices has, so, have plus, been plus V3. In every perfect sentence in the passive voice, been must be there. In all the options we have been. The object here is my binoculars. Two are there, plural. The verb must also be plural. Based on that, options C and D are eliminated. Because C and D say has, singular verb. Now we have two options left, A and B. Come to A. By whom my binoculars have been stolen? Question mark. Have been stolen is have plus been plus V3, present perfect. Interrogative sentence. Bombay. By whom have my binoculars been stolen? Question mark. Have plus been plus V3, present perfect. So we have two options that have the correct structure. Now we need to find out which one of these two, A or B, is grammatically correct. Actually, the option that we select as the answer must be grammatically correct. I told you this. If it is an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb must appear before the noun or pronoun. We have discussed this rule in subjunctive agreement, tenses, conditional tenses, pronouns. In fact, in every topic that we have discussed. If it is an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb must appear before the noun or pronoun. That is the rule. Come to option A once again. By whom my binoculars have been stolen. My binoculars is the noun here. Have is the auxiliary verb here. The auxiliary verb is coming after the noun. This is an interrogative sentence. The auxiliary verb must come before the noun. So option A is grammatically wrong. Come to Bombay. By whom have my binoculars been stolen? My binoculars is a noun here. Have is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming before the noun. Interrogative sentence, grammatically correct. The same meaning, the same tense, the same category. This statement is grammatically correct as well. The answer must be option B. Come to the next one. He has been arrested and sent to jail. He has been arrested and sent to jail means he has been sent to jail. The author is not using has been again just to avoid redundancy. He has been arrested means he received the action. Object comes at the beginning in the passive voice. Has been arrested is has plus been plus V3. And has plus been plus V3 is a structure of present perfect in the passive voice. So this sentence is in the passive voice, present perfect tense. So in the active voice, we want the answer in the active voice. It must be in the present perfect tense itself. And present perfect in the active voices has, so, have plus V3. Based on that, option A is eliminated. Has or have is not there. Come to option B. The police has arrested him and the court have sent him to jail. The police is a subject which is plural. The police means 5 entities are there. P-O-L-I-C-E, P for polite, O for obedient, L for loyal, I for intelligent, C for courageous, E for efficient. 6 entities are there. The word police is taken as plural. So the verb must also be plural. Policeman is singular. Policemen is plural. The word police is plural because 6 entities are there. The verb must also be plural. Based on that, B and D are eliminated because B and D say has, singular, gone. The answer must be option C. The police have arrested him and the court has sent him to jail. Have arrested is have plus V3, present perfect tense. Clear? One more error in option B. The court have sent him to jail. The court is a singular subject. The verb must also be singular. Have is plural. That is another error in option B. The next one. Anna and his team hope to fight corruption with Jan Lokpal Bill. Anna and his team are doing the action. Subject comes at the beginning in the active voice. Then the verb here is hope. Hope is V1. V1 is hope. V2 is hoped. V3 is also hoped. It's hope, hoped, hoped. V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. Subject plus V1, active voice, simple present tense. In the passive voice also it must be simple present. Simple present, passive voice is yes, ROM plus V3. Based on that, option B is eliminated. B says been, comes only in the perfect tense. C is eliminated. C says being, comes only in the continuous tense. D is also eliminated because D also says being, continuous tense. Easily 3 options are gone. Now we have only one option left, option A. It is hoped by Anna and his team that they would fight corruption by Jan Lokpal Bill. Yes, hoped is plus V3 and is plus V3 is present, simple present in the passive voice. Come to the next one. The Greeks expected to conquer Carthage. The Greeks are doing the action. Subject comes at the beginning in the active voice. Expected is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past in the active voice. Simple past in the passive voice is was so were plus V3. Based on that, option A is eliminated. Was or were is not there. D is eliminated. D says is, present tense, gone. Now we have only 2 options left. Come to Bombay. It was expected by the Greeks to conquer Carthage. Was expected is was plus V3, simple past. Come to C. To conquer Carthage was expected by the Greeks. Was expected is was plus V3, simple past. We have 2 options that have the correct structure. I told you, a sentence in a passive voice must begin with an object. Objects can only be nouns or pronouns. So C is eliminated. C starts with to conquer, which is a verb, gone. The answer must be B. It was expected by the Greeks to conquer Carthage. Full stop. All the options must have a full stop. Come to 7. Rome was not built in a day. Was not built is was plus V3. Was plus V3 is simple past in the passive voice. So we want to go for an option which is in the active voice. And it must also be in the simple past tense. Simple past active voice is subject plus V2. Come to option A. Based on that, B is gone. Could is not given. Then the question. D is gone. D says have, present tense. Now we have 2 options left, A and C. They did not build Rome in a day. They is a subject here. Did is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past. Come to option C. The Romans did not build Rome in a day. The Romans is subject here. Did is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past. So A and C both have the correct structure. Come to the sentence, the question once again. Rome was not built in a day. A says they did not build Rome in a day. C says the Roman did not build Rome in a day. Now it is the Romans is a very specific subject which is not given there in the question. It is not compulsory that the Romans built Rome. It is not. Is it a must that the Hyderabadis build the Hyderabad metro? No. The Romans is a very specific subject which is not given there in the question. Option C is eliminated. The answer must be A. They did not build Rome in a day. Come to the next one. If you cannot change the matter, you cannot change the destiny. Cannot change is cannot plus V1 plural. Comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, it becomes cannot plus B plus V3. So cannot change becomes cannot be changed. Based on that, option A is eliminated. A says cannot change. B is eliminated. B says could not be changed. Could is the past tense of can. The tense and the category must remain the same. On converting a sentence from one voice to the other, eliminated. C is also eliminated, says cannot change. The only option left is option D. The destiny cannot be changed if masters cannot be changed. Cannot plus B plus V3. Correct structure, the answer must be option D. Come next one. Let not his insulting words be minded. I say that this sentence is in the passive voice and it is an order. Because instead of let, it is let not. Let plus, the object here is his insulting words, plus B plus minded is B3. Mind is V1, verb I am saying, not this mind. Verb I am saying, V2 is minded, V3 is also minded. Mind, minded, minded. Let not his insulting words be minded. Let plus object plus B plus V3. Order in the passive voice. Come to option A. Don't be insulted his words does not make any sense. The meanings are completely different. Eliminated. Don't mind his insulting words. Yes, leave it. Come to C. Don't insult him with his words. Completely different meanings. Eliminated. Come to Delhi. Do mind his insulting words. Question is, let not his insulting words be minded. Do mind his insulting words exactly opposite meaning. Delhi is gone. The answer must be B. Don't mind. Let not, don't. Don't mind his insulting words. The answer is B. The purity of justice is maintained by the reports of proceedings in the law courts. Is maintained is plus V3, and is plus V3 is present, simple present in the passive voice, and by is there. So this sentence is in the simple present tense, passive voice. In the active voice also it must be in the simple present tense, and simple present active voice is subject plus V1. Come to option A. The law courts maintain purity of justice in the reports of the proceedings. The law courts is subject here, maintain is V1, leave it. The reports of the proceedings in the law courts maintain the purity of justice, subject plus V1, simple present. Pure justice is maintained in the proceedings of the law courts. Is maintained is plus V3, simple present in the passive voice. The question is in the passive voice, we want the answer in the active voice, so option C is eliminated. Come to option D. The maintenance of justice is pure in the proceedings of the law courts. The maintenance means the word maintenance becomes a noun here because of the article the. So the maintenance means the word maintenance is a noun. The question says is maintained. Maintained is a verb here. We cannot change the part of speech. The meaning should remain the same. Delhi is eliminated. Now we have two options left, A and B. I'll read the question once again. The purity of justice is maintained by the reports of proceedings in the law courts. According to the question, what maintain the purity of justice? The reports of the proceedings in the law courts maintain the purity of justice, according to the question. Come to option A. The law courts maintain the purity of justice. According to option A, the law courts maintain the purity of justice. The meanings are completely different. Option A is eliminated. Come to B. The reports of the proceedings in the law courts maintain the purity of justice. The same meaning, the same tense, the same category. The answer is option B.